Good morning, Blossom. Are you gonna come hang out with me? Oh, on my record player. That's wonderful. It's like her favorite spot now. And yes, it does get used all the time, so she is just very excited whenever I actually have that thing closed and she can sit on it. The house is hers though. She does what she wants. I don't know. I tried to go to bed at like 11:30 last night, even though my mind was racing with a bunch of things that I wanted to do for today. I mean, I had the 2 hanks of yarn that I wanted to get into. Definitely have to get started on the fancy pickle, a sparkle pickle bag. So I wanted to cake that all up, but I was like, you know what? I need to lay down, just rest a little bit because yesterday was just such a fun day. I mean, first and foremost, it's a day filled with yarn. Everybody who came in and out of Muse2320 wanted to talk about yarn in one way, shape, or form. Like, how is that not the greatest day ever? And the fact that I actually got to stay in Muse2320 this time around, and I wasn't time constraint of I needed to go to a different shop. Like, I'm here. I was parked there all day. It was so much fun. Everyone either had an item on that they had made, they wanted to talk about, had a project that they wanted to finish, so they need to grab some extra yarn, or they obviously were there to grab some new yarn, grab the specialty yarn, chat about projects, and it was just such a great time. So yeah, when I went to lay down last night at 11:30, my brain was just not shutting off. It was like, we had a really, really great day. So let's keep going. Like, let's not stop the party. Finally, I just threw on some comfort movies, started with Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, I just put that entire series in, and I'm like, you know what? I'll fall asleep when I fall asleep. I made it successfully through 2.5 of them. Today the shop opens back up at 10 a.m. and it doesn't go quite as long today, but it's Friday, so there's gonna be a lot of people coming out again, which is just, I don't know, I'm just having just such a lovely time at the Yarn Shop Hop. I knew she was gonna come hop on with me. Perfect. I love that. I would have loved it if you sat on my lap, but you can also creep over my shoulder too. That works. So I did end up caking up the sparkle yarn, and then also I grabbed some of the Get Bent's Farm yarn, which I felt was kind of a perfect color for a pickle, and it's a little bit fuzzy too. So we'll have that one going today. I'll finish off my second pickle with the Nightshade, even though that color, we completely sold that out yesterday. We were like, okay, it's gone. So what other colors can we use to make a pickle bag? And this is the fancy pickle bag, or fancy pickle yarn. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up here, but it's the Starling yarn, which is a little bit of sparkle in there, a little metallic strand. I didn't get very far on it last night, so I just have the base started for this pickle bag. Looks more like bread and butter type of pickle, just a very light colored pickle. I mean, we're gonna have so many of these. I don't know what today's gonna look like. I mean, this whole thing is just totally new to me because normally at this time, I am looking at my route, checking where I'm going, like trying to wrap everything up for day number 2. But I'm going back to Muse2320, hanging out. I think Teresa from Get Bent's Farm is gonna be there today, which will be exciting and why I wanted to start this pickly one up, because she has a lot of that yarn hanging out in the shop. And yeah, I gotta get my whole costume on for the day, fix my hair, do all this. I just gotta get ready, but I'm gonna continue to enjoy my little coffee here with all 3 of the cats, and I hope that you can hear. Oh, you don't like that? I'm sorry. That's too close. Okay, yeah. But I hope that you can hear her purring. Let's give it up for the victory rolls today. I watched so many tutorials last night. I mean, in fairness, I've been watching a ton of tutorials for the past weeks and just kind of figuring out how to do it. Yesterday, I feel like they were fine. Today, they feel bigger, badder, a little bit more even, a little more consistent. I realize that they're not completely touching, but I kind of like the style of this, so we're just leaving it. Wax, hairspray, and teasing, a combination of all 3. That's the key to having them stay the way they are. I feel fairly confident that I could pull the pins out, all of the bobby pins, and it would stay, but I'm getting ready to leave for Muse2320, so I really don't want to mess with it. Maybe I will, like, once I'm there, and then you know what, no, we're just gonna leave it today. I feel like tomorrow's gonna be good. I'm gonna be able to pull them all out and just use everything that I did to create the rolls, but otherwise, I'm ready. I gotta get the car packed with a bunch of my stuff, and we're gonna go spend another day at Muse2320. I ended up getting a lot more done than I was expecting today. Yesterday, I was chit-chatting with people quite a bit, but today the vibes felt more determined. Everybody had like set goals of how many shops they wanted to get into. So for the most part, people were like in, out, went to see the Victory Garden yarn and maybe a couple other things, but then they were out. Like they were not stopping to chit chat. There was a tiny little lunch lull, but apart from that, everyone was like determined to get things done. And I totally understand that. We did see a couple of finishers, and that is where like the card is completely full. They have every single stamp on there. I have only ever done that once in my entire yarn shop hopping experience. It's a lot, especially to get it done on the second day. You had to be moving yesterday. I think they were chatting about they did 9 shops yesterday out of the 12. And that way today could just kind of be a leisurely day. Look at the yarn and then enjoy the last one. Hand in their card and then done for their 2025 yarn shop hop experience. But that meant that I had more time to crochet and work on my pickle bags here, which I have 3 different ones going on right now. I'm gonna keep working on them tonight. I think I'm just gonna put a movie in. I actually got a package with a couple of VHS that I had ordered. I might just pop that on while I keep working on it. So I have this one, which uses one of the shades that we completely ran out of, the nightshade, but I had a little bit of it left over. So I figured, you know what, I might as well just make another pickle bag. Why not? Let's finish this one up. Almost done. I think I just have one more round of these little bobble stitches to do, and then we're all good. The fancy pickle one, really loving how this is turning out. Also, I did grab a sticker. So Muse has the Victory Garden sticker this year, and I'm gonna put that on my water bottle, which I need to completely wash, let it dry tonight, and then I will put this on there. I was kind of scoping out to see if I had room on my water bottle, and I totally do. So that's gonna be where that goes. This one though, the fancy pickle, the sparkling, the sterling, this is what I was working on right before I left. And I found one of my bat stitch markers. I felt like that just went together perfectly. I can't get over how cute it is. And I mean, I've done this so many times now that the pattern is memorized. I've made it many, many times now. And I think we're pretty much almost the same spot. So we got these 2 pickles. I didn't get any further on my rustic pickle. Get Ben's Farm Icelandic yarn, and it is dyed by Muse2320. So it was designed for the Victory Garden. I was gifted the cutest thing ever today. These pickle earrings. First off, we have a pickle spear, and then also a pickle jar. And Britt and I were talking about how stinking cute the pickle bag is, and we should just keep rolling with it. Which initially I had thought, okay, I'm gonna do a pickle bag, and then I'm gonna design a corn bag, and that way, you know, come summertime, I just have a bunch of killer vegetable bags to go with any of my summer outfits. And then Britt and I were talking about it. Okay, yeah, but there are so many other colors in the Victory Garden, like the eggplant, the basil pesto. I mean, I already did that for the pickle one. So there's the corn, the tomato, the carrot. There are so many different ones out there, and I'm really kind of holding off because I can always pre-order it and wait until the end, see what colors are left. Because as of today, we have the eggplant entirely sold out, the basil pesto. People went pretty hard yesterday on the pickle bag with the basil pesto, so that and the nightshade are actually sold out. This one is dope in Starling, which is probably one of my all-time favorite greens that Sarah has ever dyed. And I'm so glad that this is in a permanent cycle in Muse2320. Like, this one's always there. Just this year alone, the January Mood Snood used the color dope for one of the ones that I made, which was like Beetlejuice inspired. It's just a good, super intense, slimy green color, so I love this one. But if there are any colors left from the Victory Garden, no, we have 2 more days. So we have Saturday and Sunday. We are only halfway through. There's so much time left for me to continue crocheting all of these things. But yeah, then I can do a carrot bag, a corn bag, an eggplant bag. I mean, there's just so many options for it. And I plan on kind of playing around with it too, maybe putting embroidering like little face on here, maybe some teeth. I don't know, it's just like the longer I keep working with this pattern, the more I'm like, I need an entire victory garden full of crochet bags. Okay, let's see what I actually ordered for a movie, if this is anything good. I know they are VHS tapes for sure. I just don't know exactly what it was or if I'm gonna even be in the mood to watch any of these. Packaged really nicely in here. Oh, okay, I do remember this. And yes, I am going to watch this tonight. The Addams Family, and there are 3 different episodes in here. The Addams Family goes to school, Morticia and the psychiatrist. Mortician joins the Ladies League. So this is going to be fun. 70 minutes black and white. And then also, I just really love this movie. Series of Unfortunate Event on VHS. I read every single one of these books when I was younger. So when I saw this being sold on tape, I don't think I ever had it on VHS. I know that I for sure had this on DVD because 2005 it came out. Yeah, so for sure DVD. But it looks like the Blockbuster thing is on the back here. The books were super spooky. I loved the whole thing. I love the movie too. So actually both of these would work for tonight. It is so gorgeous out today. I had looked at the weather for the weekend and I thought that it said rain all weekend, which is totally fine. I do love a good sit, crochet, and listen to the rain, but the sun, I will take it. It is only 46 degrees, so it's not a hot sun or anything. Kind of perfect. Maybe we can have the doors open for a little bit in the shop, let the breeze come in. I fell asleep last night working on my pickle bag. I did not get that much done. I was just kind of going back and forth between the fancy pickle one and then also the regular pickle one, the nightshade color. Sarah did text me and say that she found some more of the nightshade color, which is everything because this is pickle color and so many people got in the pre-order for this one. Also the fancy pickle. Who doesn't like a little sparkly pickle bag, you know? That one might actually be sold out by the time I get there because the shop opened at 10. It's 11:11 right now. Oh, everybody make a wish. So it's been going for a little while. For 1 hank of yarn, I can get 2 pickle bags out of it. I'm basically halfway through this one and I have so much of this yarn left. So I'm just gonna keep working on that one today. Chit chat, talk about some yarn, talk about some projects. I don't know, I'm just feeling good about the day. I'm refreshed, ready to go. The only thing is I don't have any of my spooky travel mugs, so I had to borrow one of my partners, and this one is not as big as I would like it to be. I think it's only, I don't know, 16 or 20 ounces, something like that. Mine are normally 24 and up, but it's very nice that they said, okay, you can go ahead and have my travel mug. I don't need it today. It's like, thank you. At least I have something here. I've been taking a travel mug every single day and then I just bring it home, set it in the dishwasher, and apparently haven't been running the dishwasher. So I have 6 or 7 travel mugs just sitting in there. So the first thing I do when I get home today, I need to start the dishwasher. I actually made a pumpkin spice latte today, which is probably because I'm in such a good mood. I was like, let's do a pumpkin spice latte. So I did half almond, half coconut milk, pumpkin spice seasoning, and then I also put a little bit of extra cinnamon in the almond milk and then frothed that all up. It's so good. Oh yeah, this is not gonna last my entire trip. But that's totally okay. I could go to Geek Haven and they have really, really good lattes. I've only gone there twice throughout this entire time, but I've only done their lattes. So maybe I'll do an Americano or a Gibraltar or something today. Shake it up a little bit. Another fantastic day at the yarn shop hop. For whatever reason, I thought today was going to be super crazy. Like people just getting in, getting out, especially the fact that it was so nice out. I just wasn't expecting it to be a very chill day. Everyone, for the most part, that came in wanted to hang out for a little bit, enjoy the music, look through all the yarn, and then talk about potential patterns, look through all the patterns that we had out. Like it was just really, really relaxing. I got a lot of crochet done, even with all my chit-chatting about patterns and stuff. I think for the most part, the Victory Garden yarn, the only thing that was left is the tomato yarn, which I never would have called that. And it might just be because I'm a little bit biased, but I love the red yarn. So tomato, I don't know. I thought that one would sell out. At the very end of the night, I think there was one basil pesto left, maybe a couple of the corn, and then a bunch of the tomato. So there's tomato in the picnic basket, and then also underneath the pickle station, there was some more tomato there. But apart from that, the Victory Garden yarn, it was a big hit. Everyone was super excited about it, and a lot of people are going to be making the kerchief, which we were debating over what size we liked the best. And I think I'm gonna do the small version, especially after doing my hair like this today. I really wish that I would have worked on that either today or yesterday. Just got a couple of colors. Really, I should have got dirt and tomato and then did alternate colors that way and made it, because a couple of people were working on it today and they were already finished with it at the end of the day. So it's one of those projects, it goes really, really quick and you don't really have to pay attention to it, which you know, I love those type of projects. I'll grab some tomorrow and work on it because the shop is only open from noon to 5 or noon to 4. Noon to 4. Yeah. Okay. So it's like a really short day, which is why I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit more chaotic. Everybody who wanted to finish up their sheet, I was expecting them just like go, 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 go. And we did have a lot of finishers too, which was really fun. I mean, who doesn't want to have a little celebration moment in a yarn store? Get to take a picture by the yarn. There was props everywhere. You can do literally whatever you want. I mean, it's your picture, your celebration. What do you want to do? Do you want to hold up a tomato? We have some other vegetables to go. Those were probably my favorite pictures. People decided to use the props in their picture. I'm like, I'm a finisher in the Victory Garden. It's fantastic. I did end up finishing my bread and butter pickle for today. The only thing that I need to do with this is now put the clasp on it, and then I will have a Victory pickle bag and a bread and butter pickle bag. I didn't realize that I was going to be making one in this color, but now I feel like we should have pickle jars by it and be like, are you team bread and butter or are you team Victory pickle or both? Yeah, there needs to be 3 jars. And then when it comes to the color of the yarn, like if that's what we're getting into, I can't choose. I really honestly can't. And it's a little bit unfair because I have used this in so many other patterns that I really, really love this one. But this is just the perfect pickle color. If you had to choose, let me know, what are you, team bread and butter or team Victory pickle? Either way, the bag was still a really big hit. A lot of people excited to make it. Got a lot of requests for more vegetable bags, which I totally get it. The kiss clasp on the top, it's super cute, and yeah, I mean, we had an entire Victory Garden full of vegetable-themed yarn that I can choose from. Pretty much all set up, ready to go. Did get some fiber from Get Ben's Farm, and this just hit it. I mean, I could not say no to this. Okay, look at that gorgeousness. I love how there is a little bit of this green mossy, or we can say pickle, especially with the black fiber. There's a little bit of purple in here. Teresa does such an amazing job with it. It is some of my favorite fiber to spin up because it is so easy to work with. I can sit down and in one session, this will be all spun up. I will run out of things to put the yarn on before I am tired of spinning this up. Like that's how easy it glides. It just, look at that. I mean, it pulls off so easy. It wants to be made into yarn right away. So freaking beautiful. and the little bits of purple in here. This is gonna look really, really cool all laid out. Really should have just left it at the shop and been like, hey, I'm coming back for this. We're gonna spin it up tomorrow. So there was this bright pink fiber that Muse2320 had dyed up, and it just reminds me of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I could add a little bit of that into here, spin that up, super intense purple, which also would look great with this, with the purple and green. Actually, that seems like a better idea. Bring the purple and green neon curly, put that in here, and then make some total art yarn. Not worry about the sizing or anything, because normally when I spin, I want to try to get it anywhere between a DK weight and a worsted weight. Like, that's my favorite to work with, so why not get in the habit of trying to do that? But right now, I'm still at the phase of it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I don't really have a lot of control over the sizing of my yarn. As long as it's turning into yarn, I'm happy with it and I'm gonna use it. For now, I do need to totally decompress. I'm just having such a good day, but I know that if I don't go to bed at a decent time, tomorrow is gonna be a whole nother day because there is gonna be baby lambs tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. Try to figure out what I'm gonna do with this. I think this hair is just staying this way. I don't know, but it's not going anywhere. I was kind of nervous about it. I thought at one point before I left that maybe I should take some hairspray with me or a bobby pin or something. It was relatively windy out and I was walking around all day. This has not moved. Like, this is now just how my hair is. Honestly, the best way we could end the yarn shop hop. It's beautiful out. There are going to be shorter hours today, so that also played a factor into everything that I brought. So last night before I went to bed, I was totally ready to bring my electric yarn spinner, my electric spinning wheel. There we go. I was just very tired last night, and none of that got done, as we can tell here. I've only had 1 cup of coffee, so I need to stop and get a coffee before we get to Muse2320. I didn't get any of that stuff set up. I finished my pickle bag. The clasp is like half done. So I really didn't do that much more. I just put a movie on and enjoyed my tea, and that was it. Even though this is the shortest hours out of all 4 days that they have, at the end there is a Flash or Stash event over at Spyro Brewery, which is right next door to Muse2320. Every once in a while they'll get together and have themed events. There was themed bingo in October. I'm sure they do it throughout the year too, but you know, October, I'm definitely zooming in on that and making sure I know everything that's going on there. So from 2 to 5, Teresa is going to be there hanging out, and I'm pretty sure that she's bringing a baby lamb. Really wanted to bring my spinning with, especially since Teresa was going to be there, but it just didn't work out. I needed to have my battery pack charged. So normally when I spin with it, I have it just plugged into the wall, but I do have a battery pack, so when things like this happen, I can bring it with me and I don't have to find a plug-in. I didn't really look around the shop actually to see where all the plugins were, but I kind of just figured we're just gonna call it a day. This was my stuff that I was making for the yarn shop hop. Let's just finish up with the pickle bag, finish strong with all the pickle bags, and then when I have a full entire day, I can really dive into some of that fiber. Also, I know I'm gonna be chit-chatting. Since I'm so new at spinning, I do have to be pretty focused when I'm in the spinning zone. Overall, I'm just really excited. So many people getting together, talking about yarn, chatting about yarn, seeing all the hand-dyed yarn, just a yarn-filled 4 days. It's just been fantastic. If ever there's an incentive to make Muse2320 the last stop on your hop journey, baby sheep. Teresa brought Bingo, who was just absolutely adorable and was so freaking good, just got passed around. I mean, Bingo was barely a couple weeks old and was just following Teresa around everywhere. Everyone who wanted to like pet, pick up, he was totally game for all the love, all the snuggles. Towards the end, we got really, really sleepy. And apparently Bingo had a basket up in the window, which I just never saw. So I'm gonna have to check with Teresa and see if maybe she has a picture of Bingo in the basket. That just sounds adorable. At the end of the day, when we were all sitting around the table, kind of chatting about what project we're gonna work on next and what we all finished throughout the hop, Bingo found a nice cozy spot underneath the table, just curled his legs up and was like, okay, I'm done. We're all sitting in one spot. My mom isn't going anywhere else. I'm just gonna sit here and take a nap, okay? Let me know when you guys want to move around again, but I am so freaking tired. I think it was a fantastic year. Obviously, this one is going to be really special for me since this is my first year ever that Sarah has asked me to be a part of the Yarn Shop Hop. So the pickle bag, I have a lot of good energies attached to the pickle bag. As far as the Victory Garden colors go, that is on her site right now. It's not going to be permanent. It's just for the Yarn Shop Hop, but pre-orders are out. And so you can see the entire lineup there as well as the kerchief pattern. That is on Ravelry. And the pickle bag is already on Ravelry, so you can check it out there. We can make as many pickle bags as we want to. Just get ready for the summertime. Though I don't really feel like the pickle bag is a seasonal thing. I feel like we can rock it whenever we want to. Also, I did grab a couple of the fingering weight in the color Frock because I want to experiment with putting some spiders on the outside or like have it hanging from the inside to the out. Obviously, I got to work on some more vegetable bags. So I did get the color Corn. I feel like a carrot would be fun too. And I am hoping this year to get my own garden going. Definitely want some pumpkins, which that is right around the corner. I mean, May is the prime time to plant pumpkins in the area that I'm at. So hopefully this just gets it kickstarted for me. The space is incredible. I'm just very, very excited for everything to come with Muse2320 in the Yarn Dungeon and also at Muse2320 in their brand new space. There's so many amazing things yet to come with Muse2320 that I cannot wait. So hopefully you're here for that. Have a super spooky rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.